You're watching Bob Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Here's your host, Don Ansell.
The cowboy with Village People, Randy Jones, the original. And what an original he is our guest this morning. And tonight he's going to be appearing on a cruise ship out of Carolina Beach. We'll tell you about that because there's still some tickets you'll be able to go if you want to. But you eventually did theater. Joseph and the Amazing Color, Dreamcoat, Chicago, Music Man.
42nd Street, Chicago, Music Man, Hello Dolly, Oklahoma, Carousel,
Now,
Paint Your Wagon.
You're involved with an off-Broadway production.
Yes,
And
it's an off-Broadway show at the Roy Arias Theater at 43rd and 8th Street. It is called When Joey Married Bobby. It's written by William Wyatt, who is a writer. It's actually two people, they use one name, out of Atlanta. And they write in a very similar style. I don't know if you're familiar with Dale Shores that did Sordid Lives. But it's about, I play a father in Buckhead, Atlanta, Georgia, and a wife, and we have a son, and it's the week before Christmas, and she's trying to be elected Christian of the Year, and her gay son, our gay son, comes to town and is getting married, and she wants to give him a wedding.
That's off-Broadway now?
Yeah, off-Broadway. It's been running a couple months, and it's probably going to run, I'm in it open-ended, you know, at least through the end of June.
Now, I read somewhere that you just had a film open in Cannes?
I got a film at Cannes with, it's called My Guaranteed Student Loan with Richard Pryor Jr., Richard Pryor's son. I've got another one called An Affirmative Act where I play an attorney that opens at the Hoboken International Film Festival June 4th.
How do you do all this? I mean, you are so
I'm an old guy and I still got energy.
You've got a lot of energy.
I drink a lot of water. I keep active. But I do. Affirmative Act opens June 4th in New York, and at the New Fest, which is June 11th and 12th, I've got Violent Tendencies opening, and on the 12th is Bear City. And I shoot another movie later in the year with Angie Boyd, David Bowie's ex-wife, and it's called Cafe A Go-Go.
Where's that shooting?
Tucson.
Uh-huh. And then you wrote this book, Macho Man.
Oh, yeah.
And
Macho Man, the disco era, and it's all about what we were speaking of in an earlier segment.
What was that process like, writing?
Well, you know what? It's one more thing that I've done one book before this, and that was more like a catalog, a description of artists and recording artists. But this was the first time I got to kind of tell a story and my perspective of events. It pretty much looks at history and GBLT people in history and their effect on our culture, and it doesn't go on one side or the other or say what it would be like without, but it certainly gives a perspective of 50 years of, especially 50 years of pop culture history of the last part of the 20th century.
And that's available at Amazon.
It's Amazon.com, and if you got Kindle, where are we? Kindle right there. If you got Kindle, you can download it in 60 seconds.
Is there a downside to all of this?
No. I mean, downside would be, no, not so far. We're developing 2 different reality shows for me on the History Channel at A&E. There's no downside for me. I feel that
you work a lot.
You know what? It's people talk about retiring. They say, when are you going to retire? When are you going to retire? Well, you know what? I thought I might have tried to do that in the mid-90s. That's after that question before you asked me about when I left Village People. I thought, okay, I'm going to concentrate on home life. I'm going to concentrate on my relationship, and I'm going to retire.
Is there anything that you haven't done that you'd like to do?
Yeah. I'm trying to think right now quickly. I mean, there's a lot that there's a lot I haven't. I guess there's a lot I haven't done, but there's a lot I have done. I performed for the Queen of England. I met her. I performed for George Bush's second inaugural in Washington, D.C.
As a solo artist?
As a solo artist. I got up there. You know what I did? Do you guys have to do rights management on these songs if I sing something?
No,
this is what I did. I got up in front of, 3,000 Republicans, and I sang this. I said, who can turn the world on with his smile, who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile. Well, it's you, George, and you should know it. With each smile and every little movement, you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, come on and take it. You're gonna make it after all. But young man, I was once in your shoes. I said I was, and then I sang YMCA to him.
This was at the inaugural.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about
the Mandarin Hotel in
let's
Washington,
talk about what you're doing tonight. You're here for a fundraiser
Yes.
for the Q Center for Missing Persons.
Yep.
What is your? Because we only have like a minute left.
Yeah.
What is your show like? What do you do?
Oh, I do about 45 minutes. I do Your Disco Needs You, If I Can't Have You, Rhinestone Cowboy, a
So
Village
it's
People medley of 8 Village People songs, YMCA always.
Okay, you're going to be on a cruise ship.
Yes.
It's the Royal Winter Princess 2 out of Carolina
Yes.
Beach.
And it's a fun little ride, you
Oh,
know.
yeah. Yeah,
in fact, there was something funny. I was waiting in the dressing room area, and it was in a part that was kind of closed off, and there were people having the buffet dinner. And all of a sudden, we hit a bump, and it must have been a log or something, but you could hear somebody walking by the buffet line. I was on the other side of a curtain. They said, "Oh, dang on, we must have hit a dog."
You do a lot of one-man shows?
Yeah. You know what? I do. Yes, I do. I do that. I speak for my book. I pretty much go wherever people invite me because I'm really honored.
I want folks to know that there are tickets tonight. If you want to go and see Randy, just go down to the Winter Cruise Boats. It's at 100 Carl Winter Avenue down at Carolina Beach. Be there like 6:15.
Yeah, come early.
6:30. I think you shove off like 6:45.
And if it's crowded, we'll wedge you on. Come on. We'll make room for everybody.
I hope to see you tonight, Randy.
Oh, well, I hope
Thank
so
you
too,
so
bro.
much.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you for joining
Appreciate it.
us.
Goodbye, Wilmington. I look forward to seeing you tonight. Y'all take care. God bless.
We'll see you next week. I'm Don Ansell.
You've been watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Join us every Sunday morning as we explore the issues that concern you.